Now there's usually supposed to be a crossfade on the music right there. I don't know what happened, but I can't dwell on it too much because we have work to do. We have a lot of work. It is the last month of the year and things are looking wild. So you can see I've already drawn a zone of interest right here. And I just put this on just a minute ago. And I decided I wanted to see, you saw me on camera, I just wanted to see where this would end up over here on the left. And you can see right here, how interesting is that? That price breaks below this zone, hits the zone, and then completely rejects. And we're going again to see if we can beat the price. So we are challenging this level up here. So if we got this, let's see what would happen if we did just, we tested right there. Because that's where price hit, and then rejected again. And we might be testing it again. I'm gonna assume so. My mentor definitely believes so. But we'll see. We will certainly see. I've doubted him before, and I got it handed to me. So I try not to doubt him. I just try to understand him better. And for those wondering, it's a Jean-Francois Boucher from Jasper Forex. You can check him out at jasperforex.com. I believe that's what it is. But it's definitely helped me learn a lot. I mean, we could even bring this down here to the bottom right there, because we see a lot of it bounced up, tap, 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 break. And then you can see that's kind of where we're at again. Tap, tap. So that's the funny thing about support and resistance is it's almost like you could put it anywhere and come up with something. So you have to develop a real discerning eye for things like this. Otherwise, you're putting your support and resistances, your supports and resistances. For some reason, that doesn't sound right. Supports and resistance anywhere. So you have to really kind of look at history, kind of like this one here. So I drew this support, and you can see that it came up here and then it rejected, but then it broke through the second time. So right here is a good spot to put it. That's a good spot right there, because you have some kind of action going on right here. You can also put it right there. See, price goes up and then it breaks through the barrier, then it comes down, and then it hits, and then it shoots up. So that's what I'm talking about. You can put it anywhere and make a decent conclusion. And then you see that it bounces up, hits again right here, and then bounces up and then comes down. So now we're in this zone. So it's hitting off here again. Unless it can come down to this point, this support right here. So those are the two probabilities that you come to. Those are the 2 points of interest that you must keep an eye on. And then, of course, we have this area. Oops, did not mean to do that. All right, let's just get rid of one of these. Then we have this area up here. And if you see the way that it's split, there's almost like an even amount of movement between all these levels. So you got here, level right here, level right here, and it's just bouncing in between. And if you break it down, if you go down into the smaller levels, smaller prices, you can see how price moves in these areas, and it gives you an even better look, which is why they tell you to do your analysis on a higher time frame and then make your entries on a lower time frame. So this one, we did our analysis on the 1 hour time frame, and we've established all these levels of interest, and then we'll go into the lower time frame and we'll look at, okay, where do we want to get in? Where would be a good place to buy? And if we're expecting price to shoot back up, we'll probably be looking at Tokyo tends to range a bit. So we have action right here, kind of in the middle. So we can buy. Let's open our favorite bar. We can buy in this area, expecting price to go up. Or we can wait and buy price in this area. And the way that I'm being trained to use price is all this right here. I should be buying. I should buy in this area. I should buy in this area, in this area, in this area. Because if we're expecting price to go up, then I want to buy from the sellers. And once it hits here, then it'll work as we planned. And we got a couple more hours before London opens. So we can see that price is retracing right now from all of this right here. This huge move, we got a range and we got a little bit of retracement. And if we bought from, let's see what this puts us at. I don't normally use the Fibonacci retracement tool, but that's mostly because I don't really understand how to use it. Because would I put the tool right here and then go here? And if that's the case, we are expecting price to come back to the 50% range. Well, I guess that's how you use it. Maybe I do know how to use the Fibonacci retracement tool. So we can wait for about right here. That's our golden zone right there. I'm a little surprised that that actually worked out. The other thing too is I don't know. Am I supposed to put it right here? Because this is where price starts going up. Then that would put the 50% at this area. So that's the problem I have with the Fibonacci retracement tool is I really don't know where to put it. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to use it. And I've tried. It's been hit or miss with this tool. And mostly miss because I just don't get it. So like I said, this looks right. But this also looks right because this was the big move right here. So if I'm chasing that big move, then I'm expecting price to come down to the 50%, which would put it around, what is that? 9589 price area right there. Which that's what I'm looking at actually happening. I'm looking at price coming down to here before London opens. And then London is just going to buy it up and the price will go up. And if I'm using this, then we're buying in this area. So let's get rid of the tool because we don't need it anymore. If I'm buying in this area and I'm expecting price to shoot up, I can at least look at getting 28 pips. because it'll come down and it'll at least try and retest this zone right here, because this is the high. It's trying to break this high over here. It's trying to match this. And I really want to start selling, because I'm really good at selling, more so than I am at buying. I'm not much of a buyer. Buying is it's a skill that I'm still developing, but for some reason I do much better when the sells are on. In one of my other accounts, I was doing really good. It was something like this. I think it was actually right here in this area. Or no, I think it was over here actually. Yeah, it was over here. I was able to sell up here. I got in with the sell up here. Let's see, 9, 10. No, maybe it was a 10, 11, I think. 10, 12, that's what it was. I got in with the sell over here, and I was just riding it all the way down until this happened, and it hit my take profit, because I forgot to change it. Every day I was looking at my take profit and I was lowering it, and then price wouldn't get to it and I'd lower it and I'd lower it. And then one day I was just, I think it was probably around here. I just lowered it all the way down here because I was like, it's not going to get to that price anytime soon. And sure enough, a few days later, bam, hit it. And it closed my trade. And it was a $40 trade. It could have been more, because I wanted to hold it for as long as possible. And you can see this was the lowest it got. So from here to about here, that's 278 pips, which would have been a really nice check. Trying to see, what was 278? Let's see, 278 times 0.03, I think was my. So that would have been $80. If I would have been able to hold it for that long and it didn't close prematurely, it would have been an $80 trade, which for a small account and for a new trader, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. So here we are now. We are looking for this to happen. We're looking for a 28 pip trade from here to here. But ideally, we do want it to break this. See, break from here. We want it to go above here. So we want it to come down here, reject or bounce off support, and then break all this resistance to challenge this high right here. So that would put us at about 40 pips right there if we bought in, started buying here and then just took it all the way up. That would be pretty good. A pretty nice trade. It's a pretty nice trade, actually. So yeah, that's what we're looking at tonight. These are the levels. Tokyo is ranging. We could probably get a scalp in there in the Tokyo market. If we were going to scalp Tokyo right now, let's make that. And then we'll go right here. We'll put in our support right there. About right there. And then we'll go back to the 5-minute. And let's see. So from Sydney to Tokyo, it would have been a sell. So we could have sold. Where is the pencil? Where are you, pencil? Oh. Nope. brush. There we go. Okay. So we could have sold here, would have been a good spot. Then, good grief, what is wrong with that? Oh, okay, because the magnet's on. So let's delete that. Let's delete that. All right, let's turn the magnet off. Oh, let's not look at what's it called at Sydney. Let's just start in Tokyo. So we have huge bearish action right there. Just prices just going down, which should obviously tell you it's a sell. And then we got this right here, sell. Sell this and sell this. Price drops and we'd sell right here. Price continues to drop. Oop. Good grief. Okay. So that's what we would be looking at if we were going to scalp in the Tokyo session right here. And I mean, it could look like a buy here. Could look like, especially this move right there, you might think it's a buy. But since we are below and since we are in seller's territory at the moment on the smaller time frame, remember the bigger time frame is we're looking to buy. But if we're looking to scalp, we want to just make those 3 pips. Right here, right here, right here. You would have collected right here. Right here, you would have collected right there. Let's just double check if you bought up here. Yeah, see, that's 3 pips right there. And then this over here, from up here, we're looking at 5 pips. So yeah, you're collecting money. All these trades would have closed in the money. This trade would have closed in the money. You can even, oh man, I did it again. Where we were looking at on the larger time frame of the 1 hour and we were drawing all of our supports and resistance, you can even break it down on the 5 minute and see it. Okay, so we have a zone right here. Right about there. Where price goes up, bounces up, but doesn't really make it. Hits, comes up, bounces off, and then comes down again. So this is on the larger time frame. That was our area of interest. So let's explore it a little bit more. And this is, I mean, if you want to get into Forex and trading and all this, it's really about exploring and just considering what things mean, how the market works, where the action is. And this is basically all I do, is I'll just sit here and I'll be like, well, what does this look like? So on the 5 minute chart, what does this look like? Okay, so we have a zone right here. We have a zone right here. And then I'll draw boxes or use trend lines. Like, okay, so here's a point right there. That's where price hit and then rejected. So let's mark that. And then let's take it all the way across and see what's happening. So you have price rejecting right here, but then coming up, bouncing off, bouncing, and then it's kind of just rolling across the line. So you're like, there's something here. This is important. And then we'll get our trend line. And we'll take it up here. Okay, so we have something going on right here. We have price hits, rejects, slightly goes above, then rejects again. Then it bounces up and it doesn't quite make it. So it's coming down. So you're like, yeah, there's something going on in this area. We have to watch this area. And if what we think is going to happen in the future, then this area is important. And they're going to try to keep the money in this area as long as possible before they push price up. And they might even bring price down, like we said before, when we put price at, I don't even remember where it was, but we had it down here. We had price down there. And this would be in the 50% retracement area before price goes up again. And that's what we're expecting to happen. But until that point, they're just keeping it in this area right now. And when I say they, I'm talking about like the banks and the hedge funds and the market makers. They're trying to keep price in here as long as possible. And then they're going to start pushing it down. And then when they get that better price, then they're going to start buying it. And I'm still trying to figure out how that works, because it's fascinating. Like, trying to understand, so what makes the price fluctuate, and why isn't price stable, and who and how are they moving the market in their favor to get a better price? Because in order for price to come down, somebody's got to sell it. And they got to sell it so much that it starts losing value and nobody wants it. So they're selling a lot. They're selling a lot. And you can see right here, there's a lot of movement going on. So somebody's selling. That's what I can't, there's just something here that I can't understand, that I'm trying to figure out, how does this work exactly? Because I feel like if I could understand that, then I would have a better grasp on when to buy, when there's a demand for it and why there's a demand. So you see this big move, somebody hit the sell button really hard, bam, brought price down, and then ranged it right here, hit the sell button hard, brought price down, and then the buyers started to buy fast, but then the seller hit the price button, boom, and they're keeping price coming down lower and lower. And I understand, like, it's supply, demand, it's the need, it's the value, and that's what I stopped looking at. I stopped looking at things in terms of dollar value and started looking at things just in terms of value. Because my wife was telling me about, was it LeBron James? I think has made $400 million in his whole career. But in baseball, there was a pitcher that was just contracted for $700 million. And the prices might be wrong. But I started thinking about that. I was like, man, that's crazy. Like, for $700 million, he's coming in and he's already guaranteed to make more than LeBron James made in his entire career so far. Like what dictates that kind of price? It's value. This player, for some reason, is a valuable player that they're willing to put that much money into him. There's something about this player that they're willing, and LeBron James is maybe losing value over time. I mean, which might be the case because he's getting older and he's not going to be able to play basketball at his peak anymore. The older you get, you slow down. It's just something that happens. So of course he's losing value. So you stop looking at the money. You're like, okay, so it's not about the money. It's about how much value these players are and what they're bringing to the game itself. So pretty soon money doesn't mean anything. It's what are these people bringing? It's like, here's a funny idea. It's like girls on Twitch who they can pool hundreds and thousands of viewers But it's hard for guys on Twitch to pull anything. But it's just because using the formula that I've just laid out, women have more value, which fascinating, right? It's interesting. Like I told my daughter that too. I was like I didn't tell her exactly this, but I was telling her, look, women have more control than you think you do. The problem is that you're told you have no control. You're told that you have no influence, but being cute, being adorable, being a woman already, I don't want to say entitles you, but already provides you with so much value that it's very easy for you to exploit that. And I'm not encouraging my daughters to like open OnlyFans or to start hot tub streaming, but I wouldn't be mad if they did, because it would make life so much easier for them. And I know from my point of view that I have had to hustle my whole life. And it's not because I've had it tough. It's because of the decisions that I made. I decided to be a father when I was really young. And I mean, right out of high school. So immediately that set the wheels in motion for me to work hard. And unfortunately, there wasn't anybody there providing an avenue for me to work smart instead of hard. And so I just figured working hard was the best way to do it. And I've worked too hard all my life. So, I mean, that's anecdotal, but for everyone that I've worked for, that's generally how it is. You know, we have to work harder to provide, and it all just comes down to, oh man, it all comes down to value. Because I've said this before, and that's the crazy thing, is I've said this before. I feel like I have no value if I'm not working hard, and the only reason that working hard gives me any value is because that's how I viewed it this whole time. I viewed it in terms of money. So if I'm working hard, I'm making money, which means I have value. And if I'm not making money, if I'm not working hard, then what value do I have? And it's been a roller coaster trying to change that perception, especially that perception that I have of myself and the value that I bring to my family or even the world. So I guess I'm putting it all on the table when I start trading, and I figure if I can make more money, I can have more value, more worth. I'm offering more to the world. And man, I have been pouring everything into this. I have been studying day and night. I thought it would, I'm honestly going to say, I thought it would be easy when I started a year and a half ago. It was like June 2021. Was it June 2021? Yeah, because a year ago would be December of 22. Man, I don't even remember. Because in June next year, June 2025, would make it 2 years that I've been trading or learning to trade. I don't want to be learning to trade anymore. I want to finally be trading. But yeah, man, I put so much time into this. And I completely lost my train of thought. Anyway, let's get back to it. We're looking at the chart. We're seeing what we're expecting it to do. We're looking at the possibilities and checking out the probabilities. So we could buy right here. But since I'm expecting price to go lower before the London Open, I'm going to wait. Because that just feels smarter to me. And here's the thing too. Let's say price doesn't go lower. Price ranges and then price goes up. And since I'm expecting price to come down here and it never comes, well, then I just wait for the next time. Because we don't want to let FOMO ruin our lives. If we miss it, we go to sleep, we wake up, we start over. If we take it, we go to sleep, we wake up, we start over. It's the same thing. Win, lose, or draw. So I got this new program to test our trading. And let me open it. Here it is. It is Forex Tester 5. And this allows us to run test, and it will help us to kind of where trading view, if we were going to test and we wanted to practice scalping and we'd buy, and let's say I wanted to put in another order, it doesn't let us put another order. It just adds to our order. So it just keeps adding, and it doesn't, these aren't all separate orders. And how are we in the money? Oh, okay. Jeez Louise. Look at that. All right, I'm going to close it. We got $6,000 off that one just because I went crazy with the button. But anyway, I don't like it because it doesn't allow us to trade with separate orders. We have to, it's just one giant order that you keep adding to, and I don't like that. I like being able to scalp. So I've taken a couple of days trying to learn this. It was kind of hard, kind of tricky, but I think we got it. I think we're good to go. We have our 5-minute window right here and our 1-minute window right here. So we're going to look at the 5-minute for action, the 1 minute for entry. And we'll just come over here, hit play. And then we'll just watch price move. This will give us a better idea how it's moving on the smaller scale. And if we see something we like, we pause it. So we see this huge bearish action. And we have price breaking right there. And then we have price right here. So I'm still getting used to this program. Okay, so price breaks down. And then let's kind of match these up a little bit so we can see it better. All right, so price looks like it's going, do they have arrows like in, no. All right, that's fine. So price is going down. Actually, we can use just a trend line. So we have price going down. That is a very thin line. Let's make it a little thicker. Apply. And let's turn these yellow. I don't like red. Just not used to it. Apply. Yellow. All right. All right, so that should be suitable. Hopefully the I don't know if you've noticed the new design element to my stream. The reason I did this is because I get a lot of artists in my chat talking about they want to help me make my stream better, and I think it's because it's really plain. So I figure if I add a little thing here and there, if I do this, maybe they'll leave me alone because they'll see that I have something. Because I don't think these artists are real artists. I think they're scammers. I really think they're scammers. And I'm tired of them coming to my stream and asking for my Discord and trying to get me to buy their stuff. I'm tired of looking at their websites and them not really having anything substantial or anything of value per se. And it's just real sleazy the way they present themselves, because I've told this story before. When I first got into cryptocurrency and trading, I got scammed for $700. And the way that I got scammed was a lot like the way that these artists on Twitch try to peddle their wares. So there's a lot of things that I see there that I'm like, yeah, I don't think you're as legit as you're pretending to be. So I humor them, which I'm gonna stop because it's just really starting to get annoying. Anyway, let's get on with the trade. So we have price moving down, and we're looking for a place to get in. So we should be selling the green candles. So if we see a green candle, we have one here, so we can put an order to sell. I set my we're gonna sell. So I set my stop loss to 35 pips, which is 350 points. Our take profit is 3 pips, which is 30 points. And this uses points instead of pips. So that's why it says 350 right here and 30 right here instead of 35 and 3. Just so you know. So we're just going to put these numbers in here. We're going to sell. Okay. So we started this account with $500. And we're going to try to take $500 to $1,000. Then we're going to take $1,000 to $2,000. And we're just going to try and keep doubling it as much as we can. And of course, we're going to make mistakes on the way, and we're going to try to learn from that too. So we got everything in order. We have a sell. We have 0.1 lot size. I would like to go with 0.5. Can we do that? Let's see if it'll let us. Let's see. It'll tell us if we can't. And let's sell. Insufficient margin. Okay, so we can't do that. So let's go with 0.1. Hold on, what is our I'm trying to see what our the margin for this account was. I think it was 200 to 1, so that's probably why we can't do it. Anyway, let's go 0.1, and then we got our sell and we got our take profit right there. So let's see how this trade goes. And if it goes higher, we'll open another trade. Because oh, there it goes. Let's open another trade. Same deal. 0.01, we'll sell it. Okay, so now we have 2 trades open. We're expecting price to go down. That's why we're buying the bounce. Let's keep it going. No, we're good. I'm not going to buy anymore. And bam, both of our trades closed right there. You saw that? So down here, we are up $506. So each trade we make is worth about $3. So that's 2 trades. and price continues to drop. All right, okay. I'm kind of analyzing what just happened here. So we had price drop, we had a break, and then price went up, and then another break below. So we broke below this level that it bounced at. So what do we want to do here? Are we gonna keep on selling? I wish these colors were a little bit brighter because it's hard to see. Okay, so this is what we're supposed to do. When it breaks a new level, we have to wait for it to test support. So we're going to wait for it to come back, and then we'll start selling again. All right, I think one thing left to do, and that's just to go for it. So let's push play. Okay, we're waiting for the retest. Resistance, here it goes. Coming up. Okay, let's start selling. Looking at that. Okay, so we must have a new level down here. Let's put in a new line. We'll put it about right there. Bounce, 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 and then up. So we'll start selling. I think we could start selling now, actually. Let's go ahead, set that, our stop loss and our take profit, and we will sell. Bam, we got it. All right. So now we are up 509. That is $9 already. And if price comes up again, we'll sell that too. All right. It's moving pretty fast. I would like it to move realistically. Let's change. We can change the speed right here. And then we'll see. Okay. So it broke below again, and we're missing a lot of opportunities is what I'm seeing here. We had price come up. We could have sold at this one right here, and then price broke, and see, there's the retest. So it breaks and then it retests and then it just continues. But then it looks like we're having another retest right here. So we could probably buy this candle. I mean, sell this candle. So let's go ahead and sell that right there. And if it goes higher, we'll sell it again. Oh, definitely want to sell that one. Okay. And we'll definitely sell this. And we are 151% of our margin. So we don't want that number to go to 100 because we are using $327 of 509. That's how much we're using. And the closer this number gets, where it says margin, the closer that number gets to 509, the quicker it is that we could get wrecked. So I think I'm done for now. And if things start looking bad, I'm going to start closing trades. Oh, we got one completed. All right. Just waiting for another one. We got another one. And so close. Come on. Okay, so we got all of our trades hit. So we're doing pretty good. I forgot to say this. You can input any date you wanted to, and I've been trying to figure this thing out for 2 days because when you open, it gives you the option of picking a time zone. And the time zone that I use is Chicago, the Central Standard Time. And then I have to figure out how that works in UTC. And then I have to figure out, and it should be simple. I think GMT, I don't know, there's all kinds of stuff. So I spent all day trying to line up the time zones, and I finally got the time zones matched. So I had to use UTC -5 in order for everything to line up with the time zone that I use on TradingView. With this, it took that long. And then I inputted that on the settings, and so finally I got it all figured out. And this color right here that you see, this is the Tokyo market, this is the London market, and then I think an orange square will pop up when New York opens. And then the date that I picked was November 30th to, I think, what is the end of November 30th? No, October 30th. Oh no, November 30th, that's right. So November 30th to, I don't even remember. I don't even remember the settings. Let me see if I can see them here. No. Yeah, it doesn't show me here. What does that do? Oh, cool. Data? Nope. Account history. So these shows us all our history. Positions. All right. Anyway, let's just keep going. Let's keep testing. That's the fun part, is testing, not figuring out how to use it on the fly. So what do we have here? So based on what we're seeing here, I mean, because prices really come down a lot. No, don't want to move that. I'm trying to move this. So we got price coming down a lot right there. We have 1, 2, and then this one kind of right there, you see how it's not as deep. So it's kind of telling me that price is starting to slow down. So I'm going to be a little more hesitant to sell. And we're just going to wait and see what happens with price. You can see it tested here, and it's coming up to test again. The thing is, we're still in the seller territory, so we could keep selling, but the probability that we'll end up in drawdown gets higher and higher. And even though we are still selling, we'll be spending more time in drawdown than we will near and closer to profit. And that's one thing I'm trying to avoid. I don't like spending more than a few minutes, 10, 20 minutes in drawdown. I don't like, that's the max I want to go. That's why I don't like swing trading, because I don't like being in a trade for days or for hours even. It's like as little time as possible. That's why you see right here, we did all of our trades at the London Open in this area right here. This is all London Open. This is Tokyo close, or middle of Tokyo, and then London opens, and we have it all right here. All this price movement. And then as the day goes on, you see price starts to stabilize and level out, and then it's a whole new market after that. And I'm really used to London Open and New York Open and Tokyo Open, and that's it. I don't like trading whole sessions. That's not my plan. I don't want to be in front of the computer trading all day. If I'm going to be in front of the computer, it's going to be learning Blender or playing Minecraft or other fun stuff. So, but in the meantime, I got to study, and that's what we're doing. So let's push play and see what price does. Is it going to continue following the trend? So we are testing this resistance. It's breaking above. And I would probably wait till it gets higher before I start selling again. In fact, I probably want to buy. Let's try buying. Oops. All right. Let's see what that does. Ooh, so close. Oh, bam, we got it. All right. Ooh, sellers are stepping in. Let's see, are we going to buy again? Yeah, let's buy. I may have made a mistake. Come on, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me, baby. All right, so New York opens, and I'm really starting to feel it in my stomach that I have to close this trade. Because see, look, $17 already. I'm gonna close that trade. I shouldn't have got in. I should have gone in. I should not have gone in at this late in the game. And this close to New York Open. So all that money we made, it's gone. Well, not all of it, you know. Now we're still up $4.90. We're only out money that we've profited. So our initial investment is still safe. We still have $500, and as long as we don't go below $500, we will be all right. We'll be okay. But once we start going below 500, that's when you got to start worrying about your strategy and whether or not you need to step away from the computer. So let's continue. What will New York do? Will New York continue the trend, or are they going to push against the price? Let's see. I really think we should be on the oh man, what did I do? Let's tile. Okay. Let's open a new window instead of the 5-minute. No, let's just keep going. Messing around too much. Just messing things up. So let's keep going. All right. Let's resume. And it looks like the sellers might be back. Let's sell. So we're going to start selling. Oops. All right. We have a retest. Okay. Let's keep this window. I wish there was a faster way. I wonder if you can use EAs in this. Uh-oh, what did I do? Closed? Oh, man. Are you kidding? Did you see that? I was in profit so much. Okay, there's a lot I need to figure out about this program because it's super useful, but I just need to learn how to use it. All right. There's got to be a way. Trailing stop, common, percent. Like, I was kind of hoping it would be more like MetaTrader 4 where you could push you can set things up and then just push a button. So I'm gonna have to look into that. But until then, we're just gonna keep on going. All right. Sorry. Say when price comes up to here again, we'll sell. That probably would have been a good one to sell right there. And we can see there's a new area forming right here. Price seems to be bouncing off of here a lot. So I think we could slow it down a little bit more to make it more realistic and give us more of an opportunity to put in these orders. See, there it goes, breaking below. Wait for the retest. Unless it's not a retest and it's a reversal. Then we might have to start buying. Let's wait and see. What is it going to do? Are you going to buy? Price seems to be breaking below. I think we can sell. And then there's really no, let's see, how do we close F5? Okay, so if we just push F5, it should close our position immediately. It goes too far against us. But it's looking like it's excellent, working for us. Let's experiment now with, let's see if we can go up at a 2.2. But because this is a double bounce right here, I'm going to wait a minute and see what happens over here. See, price came down. Right there. Price hit almost the same level. And then it's retesting resistance again. So I'm going to wait and see what happens before I start buying or selling again. Because it could be a buy. Well, this might be the bottom. And it's starting to look like a bottom. And I may have spoken too soon. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go in for a buy. But I'm going to be ready in case. Excellent, so we are buying now. So we are buying the black candles. I want something bigger than that. Come on. Oh, that's good enough. That was bad timing, huh? Terrible timing. Let's F5 this. See, here come the voices. It'll go. It'll go. Just hold it. Just wait. And I don't know if this is a good thing. We could close at $8. $6. $4 is better. But it is the end of the session right now, so we are not trading in good hands. So we're going to go ahead and close right now. And this session, this overall trading session between London and New York, we have profited almost $20. But more importantly, I think we're getting better. I think we're really learning the market and seeing how it goes and which way it goes. So despite how much we won, which once again, at the beginning of this stream, I was talking about value and not so much focusing on money, but trying to focus on like what we can get out of it, what we're learning, how are we becoming better at trading. That's what we need to focus on, because if we can focus on becoming better, then the money will come. If we could focus on better entries and cutting our losses quickly, the money will come. But if we're too focused on that dollar amount, if we're too focused on, I got to get that number higher, I got to get that number bigger, I got to make more money, then we're not paying attention to building skills or building technique or just getting better overall. That's why you can't focus on the money. And it's interesting, when you stop focusing on money, you start focusing on value. And just like one player can get paid $700 million, it makes you think, what is the value that guy brings? And it really changes your perspective, because then you start thinking about, you love him or hate him, you start thinking about Elon Musk, you start thinking about Jeff Bezos, you even think about Joe Biden. What kind of value are these people bringing to even Trump? Like, anybody who is getting your attention and who is rich beyond measure, and you're questioning why. That's the question, not why they're rich or not why anybody likes them. You have to really think about what is their value? What are they bringing to the table? What are they offering? And, one of the big things that comes to mind when you think about any of these people is entertainment. Because people love to talk about these people. And value can be good or bad, but if they're occupying space in your mind, that is value. And that is why people are willing to pay them in attention, or pay them in money, or pay them in anything. So you have to watch out about the kind of value that somebody has in your life. And that's why I go periodically, I'll go through my Instagram list, or my Instagram feed, or my Twitter feed, or my any kind of social media feed, and I'll cut it down. I'll be like, is this guy bringing any value to me? Is this guy, what this guy's talking about, is it worth it? Do I listen to it? Do I need it? And most of the times, it'll yes or no. Like if it's an artist I like and I'm following them and I enjoy, like every time they come through my feed, I'm like, yes, I've been looking for this. I've been waiting for this. Then they stay on my list. If it's an artist that, not because I don't agree with them, but if they're sharing stuff that is just negative or misery, or they're not sharing things that I find valuable, Like I like ideas. I like good ideas. I like insights. I don't like negativity. I don't like people complaining all the time. I don't like when someone doesn't offer a solution. So if there's an artist out there or a person on Instagram who's just like, well, these people are stupid, or these people are dumb, or just ideas like that, things like that, where it's like, okay, well, what are you doing? Well, what is it you're offering? Why should I continue to listen to you if all you're going to do is complain about other people? What are you doing to better yourself? Or even to better the world? Do you think complaining is helping the world out? You think showing the faults and the mistakes of other people is making life better for you or for the people you're sharing that to? It's not. And I don't want to partake, and I don't want to participate. So I cut a lot of people out. Sometimes as I'm doing that, I'm like, why did I start following this guy anyway? Not just because I admired them at one point. I liked what they had to say. I thought what they had to say was valuable. So that's just a long way to say you got to find where your values lie at and really hone them, build that skill. So we can keep going. I think I'm going to keep going because this is fun for me. This is we're already up $20. Oh, I'm tired. I tried taking a nap around this time. So I'd go to bed at like between 8 and 9, and I would get up around 12 or 1 just in time for the London session. And then I would just stay up through the night and then trade the New York session, and then I would go to bed after that. So I would sleep during the day. I would, like, in the middle of the day would be my bedtime. And man, I just couldn't do it. I mean, I could do it, but I didn't like it. I don't know why. It just felt off. I think it reminds me too much of working for Amazon. And that was just not fun. And man, working there, it really, really messed up my sleep schedule. And I spent like just 9 months working there. And my sleep schedule has never been the same since then. Anyway, let's keep trading. Let's get good. What are we doing? We're buying. Oh yeah, we're buying. Let's buy. Come on. New York is over. So this is the close of New York right here. And now we're just kind of in limbo. This is the Australian session. And nothing really happens in Australia. I don't know how anybody makes money. But where there's a will, there is a way. And if you understand the market, I'm sure that you could make money. Here it goes. There. Come on, just a little bit. Come on. Yes. All right. It's 27. So let's try to get a better view of what the price is doing. So we're going to wait for price to come down a little bit and then continue back up. Oh, that's the end. Okay, so I really set the parameters for November 30th to December 1st. And we've come to the end. So that's our trading session. So we have, and it's interesting because see, look, you got the trend here, and then we started buying, and we tried to buy in here somewhere, and it didn't work for us. But then we have right here where it breaks the trend line and starts to curve up. So I'm kind of I would have liked to see where this would have gone. But now you see how we really trade, whereas when we're trading in, you can see that we were able to open all these different orders. But when we're using TradingView, it doesn't let us open separate orders. It's all just you're adding to your order, you're adding to your size, you're adding size, you're adding size, you're adding size, and when we close, it's just one big close. So there's a lot of possibilities with this new program that we bought, Forex Tester 5. That's what we're using here. And I kind of wish I would have bought this a lot sooner, because the possibilities are grand. So doing this every day can really speed up our learning. Man, it's exciting. I'm excited. Like I said, 2024, it's gonna be our year. Just gotta stick around. Stick around, and things will get better. I guess that's it for tonight. It's already been an hour. It didn't even feel like it. But you in the back already know. Thanks so much for being here. And of course, just stick around a little bit longer, and the future looks brighter. I'm hopeful. I have not felt this hopeful in such a long time. But yeah, I think our trajectory is upward and onward. Thanks again. I'll see you next time. But of course, before we part ways, I want you to remember, everybody out there too, always remember that neurons that fire together, wire together. I'll see you next time, which will be tomorrow morning. Hopefully, I woke up late today and I didn't play Minecraft this morning. I might play Minecraft right now. We'll see. But anyway, see you later. This is a really good program. This is a really good program, and I am happy for it. Should have bought it sooner.